The third candidate in the Police and Crime Commissioner election to be held on the 5th of May 2016 is Terence Carter of the Green Party. Despite suffering continual pain, he wants to give back to the community for all the help he's received since becoming disabled.
The reason I'm doing this is my background, my understanding. It's, well, my own personal history. I grew up in a situation of domestic abuse, and I've lived through a situation of domestic abuse. I didn't go to help at the time, but I found actually the wonderful help available for outside services. So the help is available. I've been homeless. I was a rough sleeper for a few years. I did slightly something different. When I was homeless, I went travelling across Europe. And I spent several years living in Europe. I lived in Bulgaria. And I'm married actually now to a Bulgarian woman. And so I've got a unique perspective when it comes to actually the issues of trying to integrate from one society to another. I've been there myself and I can see it from reverse over here. So I've got a slight different background from other people, and I've got a slightly different understanding than other people. Currently I work with the Mid-Suffolk Disability Forum. I'm the vice chair of that. And so I'm having to deal with individuals who have not just physical disability, sometimes with mental illness. And depression can actually take a toll, and there's people there actually aren't intending to be crime, but the police may become the front line. Because there's a stigma about asking for help, there are certain people that actually will shoplift and steal to provide for themselves and for their family, rather than they go to a food bank. And unfortunately there is a stigma about asking for help when it comes to domestic abuse, when it comes to homelessness, when it comes to these issues. There's a stigma, and we need to try and tackle this. And part of the PCC remit is being the public voice to actually hold the police to account. But also what I'd like to do with the police is not only give them that understanding of certain socio-economic issues that are leading to increasing crime, but I believe the police would actually have increased training to deal with certain individuals, to have an understanding when it actually comes down to a mental health issue, when it comes down to a domestic abuse, when police will be increasingly called out and repeatedly called out. If you actually have the training to actually get the person to be, well, I don't like to say the word victim. It's not, you're only a victim if you're allowing for the other person to continue to take advantage and never to ask for help. But if you actually gain the strength to actually go and ask for help, if an officer can understand that and actually talk to somebody and actually take their care under control, rather than at the moment where the police are very good at working with other services, at taking somebody with mental health and then showing them where to go. Rather than doing that, I'd like to actually try to take account of their health, to actually be there each step of the way. And I know in the current climate with current cuts, the money isn't great. But when we are looking for volunteers, when we are looking for special for police services, well, I believe that we might be able to get some people to actually reach out to different NGOs, different governments, but no, not governments, but different organisations that are out there to help these situations, to bring communications between us and actually get the connection stronger, and hopefully be able to involve somebody, be it a volunteer, be it from a different NGO, be it an officer if we do have the money, to actually be with that person each step of the way. If somebody's being a sexual assault, so actually then go have them talk to the person, take control of their care, take the person through to, after taking their statements, then taking them through to the doctor, then taking them from afterwards. There's going to be emotional damage as well, and rather than just passing on and actually saying we've done as far as we can, then check back, if somebody's there every step of the way, it's going to reassure somebody that actually something is going to be done. You can actually feed back each step. That's when you're actually going through this with a person, you can actually feed back and tell them what we're doing and try to offer support. And it is going to be a difficult way of actually finding a way to do this, but I believe we need to actually try. A vote for me, and I will try to mend the disconnection between the police and the public. I want to reach out with other NGOs and work out not only with the community but with actually help available from other sources, and try to actually work better. The Suffolk Police byline is to keep Suffolk safe. I believe that through reaching out, by building communications and by growing the connectivity, that we can actually keep Suffolk safer together.